Teresa here, and we've made it to East Texas. We didn't post an update last week because we were on the move and had a lot going on. But we're here now just to kind of give you an update. We're in East Texas.
We're back in the bus.
Yeah, we're back in the bus. You can see in the background. We've got more living space. And when we left here last, spring in April, we didn't have time between building out the van and selling the bus. I had intended to sell the bus, but by the time we finished building out the van and making sure it was ready to go, hit the road and all that, we only had a week left, and just wasn't enough time to list it and sell it and all that. So we had it parked here, and when we came back, we decided to move into this. This is our stationary home while we're here in East Texas. It's parked outside of my parents' home, and so we kind of moved back into it as a temporary measure. And now we're talking about whether or not to sell, or just go ahead and keep this as our sort of our home base, our permanent abode while we're here in Texas, because this is likely our winter home. We intend to be north in the summer months and on the southern side of the states during the winter time. But since family is here in Texas, this is the most logical place, I guess, for us to settle down if we're going to be anywhere for more than a few days, and that could be a couple of weeks to a few months. So we're not quite sure yet. We'll probably be in and out during the winter time, and when we're
lots of small towns.
Yeah.
In Texas, Louisiana.
Yeah, so
Oklahoma.
we'll still do the small town videos. There's some towns we're mapping out here in the Texas Southwest area. I guess I should say Southwest region. That would be Texas, Oklahoma. New Mexico is usually included in that, but that's a long drive. Louisiana's closer.
Louisiana is Southwest.
It's not Southwest, but it's closer to us than New Mexico.
You need a geography lesson.
And so, anyways, we're probably we'll do some Texas towns, maybe some Oklahoma, and maybe maybe we'll get into eastern Louisiana. We're mapping out some small towns that we can visit and do the videos. So we'll do some small excursions from here.
Right.
And they could be anywhere from a few days to a couple of weeks each. And then we'll just come back here, and this will be our winter home. And so we'll hit the road again, probably March or April, when spring starts to hit, and then we'll head back east and north. None of that is engraved in stone, but that's kind of the plan that we're currently looking
Right.
at. So, what do you think?
I think we need to follow that 70-degree weather better.
Yeah. This year we're going to try to follow the bird path a little better than we did last year. We ended up in Florida and the southeastern part of the U.S. in the summer months, which is not ideal. It's hot and humid. We sold some books. We did some book readings, author events, and got to meet some people, and we're thankful for that. It was a great experience.
But it's hot.
Yeah, but it's hot. So so we're thinking about doing it a little differently this year. And so throughout the winter, you can expect to see more of the southern part of the states, probably mostly Texas, in and around this region. And we'll continue promoting our books, Crux Publications books, which would be, I Am Not a King. I am not the king. I'm not a king either. My testimony. And of course, Voice of the Broken by Melissa Hurd, and Dear God, also by Melissa Hurd, and then Life from the Fire of Afflictions by Patrick, I can't pronounce his name. But anyways.
It's on the website.
Yeah, Go to the website or Google Life from the Fire of Afflictions. Go to Amazon, you can find it there. But anyways, Crux Publications book, we'll continue to promote them. We'll continue to promote the Garden Gnome Publications books, Biblical Legends Anthology Series. There's 3 of those. And then my new book coming out in the fall, Crypto Social. We're getting started on the marketing plan for that. And that's going to be published by a traditional publisher, Business Expert Press. And so it's in production now. It should be coming out sometime later this year. So we'll be ramping up on the marketing for that, doing some promotions and PR work to promote that book. Probably a new website coming out. We'll be promoting in that effort. And so those are just kind of some things that we're working on right now, looking at for the rest of the year. We're kind of in transition mode from traveling to more of a stationary posture with some traveling.
No, we're going to travel.
But not perpetual on the road throughout the winter. We promised my parents that we were going to help them out with some projects, and so
They have a list.
yeah, they have they have a list. So we're gonna help them take care of those things in and around our travels, and bringing you some great content here on our YouTube channel.
Yep.
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 Yep. Your mouthful.
Yep. It's just hot.
Yeah, it's still summertime
I'm
here.
dripping.
It's still summertime here. In mid-August, it'll probably stay hot in Texas until mid-September, maybe later. It'll start cooling off now that we're right up on the equinox. So
It's getting better.
the longest day of the year is usually August 21st, 20th, somewhere in there. That's the hottest day usually. What are you looking
No.
at? No? What is it?
In June.
June? No, it's August. I'm sure it's August. Anyways, this is normally the hot part of the year
I
for
will look
Texas.
that up.
And yep, yeah. So probably August 20th, 21st, and then after that, the days start getting shorter and it starts cooling off. But in Texas, it takes a little bit longer than it does in other parts. Well, it does in the north.
Because it's a lot hotter.
Yeah, because it's Texas. But
It's Texas.
yeah, so we're looking forward to the fall months and things getting a little cooler, and we can work in the garden and do things. Help my parents out with some of the chores they got here. Anyways, that's our update this week. We're in the bus.
Update. We're back in the bus.
Yep, living in the bus. We've made a few changes from our belongings, brought them over to here. A few dishes, some clothes, our fridge, things like that. We're going to do some upgrades to the bus we talked about. And so we'll make, we'll do those. As
Whether we sell it or not, we
Yeah.
still have to do the
Yeah,
updates.
so we're still in the air on whether to sell or not. We're kind of leaning toward keeping this as our personal abode when we're here in Texas, and we'll keep you updated on that. Let you know for sure.